One.
Your countdown is off. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the last regular season week of Waka Alright Thunder. What is it, 2015, the spring season? I can't believe we're here, Victor. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Enjoying the weather.
I love the atmosphere. I feel like
very patriotic over here.
The 4th of July has come early. What's
I'm
that?
coming to you live from the biggest 4th of July bash deck that you know.
Who's invited?
Everyone's invited.
Everyone's invited. Even me?
Who's not invited? You're the only one that's not invited. Just you. You can bring whatever girl you were going to come with, but you have to stay home.
That's fine. They probably don't want me there anyway. Anyway, let's get right into it. Last week's scores. We had Sick Kickers cover their spread against Paulside. They won 8-2. Tommy's Beach Pitch Please 13-3. Guacamole wins in an upset fashion in a forfeit against you guys. That's 5-0 by default. What band was that caused you to lose?
NKOTB, New Kids on the Block, baby.
New Kids on the Block. Wow. Worst band ever now, according to Victor. Next
we got a lot of happy girls, though. We got happy girls. Happy girls is a happy team.
There you go. DTF wins 8-1 against D's Bunts. Was that your lock of the week last week?
It was. Yes, right. It was.
So I think Victor is now 4-1 with that. PFK ties 1, 5-5. SK wins 11-0 against Pitch Please, and that'll be all the games. Victor, what do you think of those games last week? You didn't have to play, so you got to see a lot.
I thought. Well, actually, I got to correct. I think my pick of the week was it wasn't DTF. It was Sick Kickers, because remember I said I don't want to stroke them, but I'm taking them.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I just assumed it's DTF. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Yes. Yeah, DTF. I tried to go for the trifecta with them, and they made me suffer my first loss. So I went with Sick Kickers, and they came through in true fashion. I'm good at giving that team bulletin board material. I'm sure they're going to be fired up this week. But last week's games, a lot of fun. I wish it would have been more fun if we were playing. But that game between One and PFK, your team, one of the best games I've seen. I only get to catch the last couple of innings, but it came down to that controversial call, which under video surveillance, from what we've seen, it does look like the right call was made. I know that you still disagree to some degree, but it looks like the right call was made by Tom Stad.
I wasn't going to bring it up. I actually did want to apologize. I did want to apologize to Stad, because I absolutely positively overreacted, regardless of the call. It was a bang play, but in the heat of the moment, it's sometimes hard to control yourself. Even if he was right, even if he was wrong, there's no way anyone should act the way I did. That's not me. I'm better than that. So my apologies to Stad there. Sometimes you just have to hulk it up every once in a while. But the game itself.
We're gonna start. You're gonna start calling you the Incredible Nate.
The Incredible. That's not the worst nickname I've had. The only thing I just want to talk about the game itself. It was a great game. It lived up to the expectations. It lived up to all the hype. It was 5-5. One had a great comeback in the last inning. I believe we were up 5-3. I think we were up 2 in that last inning. They scored 2. I managed to get on in the last inning. I got a double with 1 out, and then a couple of our kickers got on. One kicker gets on, then there was a nice kick by Jenna, hit a beautiful ball in left field, and I thought I could get home. I absolutely regret going home. I think I'm safe 9 times out of 10 easily, but they made a perfect play and made it close. I mean, in my mind, I'm always going to believe I was safe, but it's hard to tell. Stad made the best call he could, and he had the best point of view, so if he thinks I'm out, then maybe I was. But anyway, anything else you want to talk about that this week?
I think 2014, the younger version of Nate was safe. The 2015 version, the older version, was out.
Little do you know, but 2014 Nate was much slower than 2015 Nate. I had a pretty bad knee injury in 2014, so 2015 Nate is flying.
All right, so 2013 Nate had a step on 2015 Nate.
All right, maybe. I doubt it. Best shape of my life. Anyway, I think we can move on to this weekend's games. We have two days again. We have Friday night games and Saturday during the day. I think it's going to be real interesting to see how the Saturday looks. I know in the past when we've had playoffs on Saturdays, we've had many teams forfeiting. I know I know a few teams have players playing in the DC tournament this weekend, so some teams may be short there, and other people work on Saturdays. It's wedding season, so I'm interested to see what Saturday looks like. But let's start with Friday. Where are my lines? Here they are. Game 1, PFK against Ballside. 9.5 run favorites is the former champs PFK.
I take PFK, given the 9.5.
Yeah, we're happy to have Steve back this week, and I think that'll help us cover that spread. Balls Deep is 6.5 run favorites on SK, the team that Victor has been just. I swear, if there was a locker room, your face would be on it, and there would be a bunch of dart marks right on your forehead. 6.5 run favorites. They'll probably feel disrespected. What do you think?
Oh, I mean, I think we covered that line. I think it's going to be a great game because I think that Sick Kickers is out for blood. I think that I got to be honest with you. I'm very nervous about the game, and the reason being is because on a couple of occasions, Ashley of Sick Kickers assured me that we're going to lose.
Okay.
So I have to tread lightly. I mean, she said we're going to lose. I always thought we were going to win, so I have to tread lightly here.
I think it's going to be a real interesting game to see how it plays out. I think you guys win. I don't feel comfortable about you guys covering just because you guys are averaging. I know you had a 0 runs last week because of the forfeit, but you guys have not been scoring as much as you have in the past. You're averaging under 4 runs a game, which is not like you at all. So I see you winning, and I can see you guys shutting them out, but I see you winning like 5-0.
You're right, Nate. We're not averaging a lot of runs. I like to call it not averaging 4 runs, averaging enough runs to win. That's the way we like to look at it.
Except for that one game.
Except for that one game. You're right. That one game.
Sorry, I can't resist. Oh, the crow has spoken. Next one we have is where are we? One is 11.5 run favorites against Pitch Please.
I mean, if you pick Pitch Please in a game this season, you should probably lose your ability to make picks. So without further ado, I will unequivocally take 1 to score potentially double that amount against Pitch Please rather.
We're going to talk about the run scored later. I think Pitch Please covers, and they have covered once before in the season. That was against your team. But I know one is missing 2 key players. I think they easily win the game. They win by 10 or 11. I see it being like 14 to. Oh no, they're not allowing 4 runs. I don't know. They don't win by 12. Anyway, next game we have Tommy's as 4.5 run favorites against DTF.
I'm going to take DTF here.
Yeah.
I think the DTF's good enough to hang in the game, and I like them getting runs. DTF almost beat Sick Kickers last week. There was a base running error, I guess, and they ended up throwing a run short. But in essence, they should have won that game, from what I understand. Or let me rephrase, could have won that game.
Yeah.
So that being said, I definitely think that DTF hangs in this game and could potentially win. Tommy's
is better than Sick Kickers. So I say they cover, but barely. I think that's like a 6-1, 7-1 kind of game. Next one, we have D's Bunts and Guacamole. D's Bunts and 2.5 run favorites.
D's Bunts to cover. Guacamole's a spirited team, but that's about as far as it goes.
I agree, but I don't think it's a lot. I think it's like 3 or 4 runs. D's Bunt wins and covers. All right, on to the do you want to give your lock of the week for the Friday night games?
I'm going to wait till the end, I think, because Luigi once again has the locks. He has not yet revealed them.
Okay.
So once he's ready, we're going to reveal the locks. So for now, we wait.
Didn't he do the only one that you lost?
No, he did not. I did not have him for the one I lost.
Okay, that's good then. All right, Saturday games. We have Ballside for the first time all season as favorites against Pitch Please, 3.5 run favorites.
Again, if you pick Pitch Please, you shouldn't be making picks. I am going to go with Ballside.
I see Heather already chasing you down.
I think Heather's injured. She's not chasing anyone.
Okay. All right, next game. PFK is 7.5 run favorites against DTF.
PFK.
PFK. Balls Deep, 7.5 run favorites against D's Buns.
Balls Deep.
Balls Deep as well. 8-0 shutout. Yeah, I think you guys are posting 2 shutouts this weekend. Balls Deep. Oh no, I just said that. 1 as 10.5 run favorites against Whack-A-Mole.
1.
Whack-A-Mole covers. So 1 not covering each day. Give them some bulletin board material. And Tommy's is 2.5 run favorites against Sick Kickers.
Tommy's covers this game. Sick Kickers is going to probably give everything they have to us on Friday night. Tommy's is going to be fighting for that 4th position in the playoffs.
Well, so are they.
So are they, but I think that Tommy's is going to have an easier route. Tommy's is going to have I guess Tommy's is still going to have a tough game against DTF, but I just think that Tommy's has the experience and covers that line. If that line was 3.5 or 4.5, I take Sick Kickers.
I'm taking Tommy's to cover as well, and I don't want to delay it anymore. Is Luigi ready? Or are you doing it at the very end?
Luigi looks like Luigi's ready. I mean, we have to check. He keeps them, so let me see if he's got them. Luigi, let's see here. It looks as if, we're right here. We do have the picks. We have the picks. So, without further ado, let's see what the picks are.
Don't take the camera off him. People much rather see his face. Much rather see his face than yours.
All right, Luigi, here we go. Ready? Hey, buddy. All right. It looks like the first pick on Saturday. It looks like the first pick Saturday, and it looks like Luigi has chosen Tommy's to cover as the lock of Saturday. So the lead pipe lock of the week on Saturday is going to be Tommy's.
And for Friday, Luigi.
And for Friday, buddy. Here we go. What do we got? The paycheck pick of the week on Friday is, what's it going to be? It is 1. It's 1. One comes through.
Wow. Big. So I think that's the biggest spread you've ever picked to cover.
Pick of the week on Friday. So there you got it. Go to the bank, make a wager, find a bookie, have someone take the action.
I'm sure you can find a place. All right. So you heard it. You heard it from Luigi here first. I can't wait to see. I don't know that one. That's 10.5 runs to cover, I think, or 11.5. One of those.
11.5 against. Against Pitt. Please. Please.
Please. Okay. All right. I got some props for you for this weekend, Vic. I got what is your closest game of the week? The weekend.
Closest game of the week. Both days included?
Both days, the whole weekend. What do you see being the closest game? By your picks, it almost sounded like you had that DTF Tommy's game.
DTF Tommy's, because I actually think that DTF is the only dog that can actually win outright. So that it's a DTF Tommy's is my closest game of the week. I think if DTF concentrates a little bit more on strategy and less on what music's playing when their kickers are up to bat, that they could potentially pull that one off.
I see it being Tommy's as well, but I see it as their Saturday game against Sick Kickers. I think I heard that Joey might not be there to pitch on Saturday, which definitely affects their team when he's not playing. He's their leadoff.
That is a big difference. That is a big difference.
I think Tommy's easily wins that game if Joey's there and they have a full team. But Saturday could show different. I think they win by 3, and that's the closest game. Next prop I have for you is will one score more than 100 runs for the year? They need 21 more runs to get to 100.
I'm going to say one scores over 105 runs this year.
Yeah, I see them getting it too. I think one of those games they really put a pounding on, even though I picked them not to cover both games. But I think they still get 21. They only need 11 runs in each game. They can do that. All right,
Nate, has any team ever scored 100 runs? I don't know.
Yeah,
I know it's been talked about before.
Yeah, it has. I know. I think we did one season. I think one did one season. I can check my records and look back after.
We need to get Sean McClellan, the statistician, in here.
Matt would have it more. I can check. I can check during. Well, you go off on some rant later too. Last one I have for you is DTF is at a plus 17 right now, but playing Tommy's and PFK this weekend. Do you see them finishing as a plus, minus, even, or what do you see them ending at? Is it run differential?
Yeah, I still think they're in the positive. I think 17 is going to be too much to overcome to go to the negative. But I mean, I can see them being +5, +6 after all this is said and done. Maybe even +3.
I'm gonna go +2. I think they end up at +2. Okay, last thing, Vic. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people before I quiz you?
What do I have for the people? It's going to be a fun weekend. No, I got nothing. Go ahead. Tell me what you give me. What you
nothing.
Give me what you're giving.
Give me what you're giving. Okay, first one I have for you is, what is D's Bunt's record right now?
Oh boy, I think they have 1 win, so I'm going to say they're 1-8.
1-8. Okay. Next one I have for you is, who is in second place right now?
Unfortunately, I know this one because we kind of caught it in the backside with this new rule change that we didn't. The rule changed just after we had our opening to sign up new players, so we got caught by this rule change. So I know for sure that in second place is 1.
Okay, and the third question I have for you, I got 4 today. One has nothing to do with kickball, but a question I asked my students today. What is the most teams we've ever had in the league?
12.
And finally, what is the least populated state in the country?
Idaho.
Idaho. Okay, let's see how Victor did. What is D's Bunt's record? Their record is 2-5, so you were wrong on that one. You are.
I missed it. All right, here we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you now.
D's Bunt's. You're the one glitching. D's Bunt's is 2-5, so you got that one wrong. Next one we have, who is in second place right now? No, it is not 1. It is Sick Kickers.
How did that happen? Oh,
they are 5-2. One had a paper forfeit, so that takes them out a little bit in the standings. So paper forfeit, it's not a full game forfeit. You just get minus, I think, a half a run in the standings.
All right, well, that has to have changed since Friday night then, because Friday night after your game, they were in second place.
Don't believe so. Because I remember Ashley bragging at the bar that, have you seen who the second place team is? Have you seen who the second place team is?
Oh, maybe you're right.
I
should have known because there's really 4 forms of communication these days: telephone, television, telegraph, and Ashley. So I'm sure she was out there telling everyone about the second place finish.
Hey, I said I would give them props on the show, so there it is. I don't see them finishing in second place. I see them finishing 4th or 5th, most likely 5th. But congrats for being in second place right now. And the least populated state in the country is Wyoming. Wyoming, not Idaho.
Yeah. It kisses Idaho almost.
Yeah. Okay, but still not right. All right, that's all I have for you.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, shoot.
Sick Kickers.
Yeah.
2-part question. Where do they finish in the standings? And are they one and done in the playoffs?
I think I'm going to say with 99% certainty they will be one and done in the playoffs, because they're going to most likely finish in that 5 or 4 spot, and I believe Tommy's will be the team that's playing them. And they may beat Tommy's on Saturday without Joey, but I don't see them having a chance against them without when Joey and Pete and the rest of those studs are in the lineup. So I see them finishing 4th or 5th, but one and done in the playoffs. Do you disagree?
No, because of the seedings. Are you saying then, because you could potentially be saying this, so I want to clarify this.
Sure.
Are you saying then that Sick Kickers does not win another game in the spring Waka season?
You really just want everyone on that team to hate both of us. That's what it is. I'm going with that is a true statement. Their best chances on Saturday against Tommy's, but they have a chance on Saturday. But I don't see it happening. Do you think they win another game this season?
No.
No. Okay. But you think you think one of them would be close? All right, that's it. I've got to go. Take care, guys.
Later, everybody.